All right, we're going to get started here. Welcome. For those of you that are with me by way of Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. We'll get started here in just a few. Welcome to the greatest show on earth. No, I'm just kidding. This is Your Solution Live. Episode number 399. Live episode number 399. Today's topic is going to be about inner dialogue. We'll get through it. I know it's going to be a little painful tonight. We've got a few jokes, a few riddles along the way, kind of help up, maybe bandage up some of the bruises that we're going to get along this journey tonight on this 45-minute session. Are you with me? All right, get in. Buckle up. Turn down all distractions. Grab the golden pen. Grab your paperwork. Let's focus for about 45 minutes. And are you with me? Coach Santos here, Stockton, California. What can we get from these 45 minutes that we invest? Because we're going to invest some time here. What can you get from this? What will you be able to walk away with? What will you be able to walk away with? All right. Episode number 399. I got the golden pen. This is the golden pen of justice, by the way. I don't know what happened to Jim. I don't know what happened to Nick. I don't know what happened to Raymond. I hope they're well. We're in 2025. Actually, is this the, this is 2020. Of course, we're in 2025. We're headed toward 2026. So we'll get with the riddles later. All right, let me turn down, make sure I got everything here. Welcome, Facebook. Welcome, LinkedIn and YouTube. What is this hope, digital help for the quitting gambler? It is also support via community, Soldiers of Self-Mastery Community, the permanent no gambling zone. Effect. Experience. Let me get my mic here, make sure I'm doing good here. I was having some technical difficulties earlier. So welcome, everyone. Let me see. I see there's a few here. Oh, well, there's a few watching, but I don't see them here, and that's fine. I see Laura. Hey, welcome, you guys. So we're not going to be here that long. I promise. Who knows? Maybe you have something that you want to share with me. I do have a proverb. I have a proverb in Isaiah I want to share with you. And I've got a couple riddles. In fact, I'll read a couple. I'll read a riddle right now for you just to break the ice, because I know this is hard. This program is so difficult for many people. It is. It's just hard. All right. What did the janitor say? What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet? I'll give you that in a minute. And then we've got a proverb. Today's topic, we're going to talk about a little bit of inner dialogue, if we can get into that. What is inner dialogue? That's possibly what's guiding you. What do you mean, what's guiding me? Yeah, well, my thoughts are guiding me. You know, my car is guiding me. My vehicle, my truck is guiding me. No. There's a little bit more. Hi, Mark. Hi, Laura. So to the rest of you guys, I hear a boop in the background. That sounds like maybe somebody might be wanting to come on, and that looks like Jim. So we'll add Jim. So once again, this is episode number 399. I'm Santos, Jim, all the way from Tucson there. It's a beautiful day. We are what is it, the 5th of January already? The 5th of January. Next Sunday will be already, the month will be over. We'll be in February 2025. So we're already headed towards 2026. Anyways, I was really inspired by you guys on this episode, or for this episode. I was really inspired by Raymond. And he said, Santos, I have no clue what you're talking about, man. I don't know if he used the word hell. Maybe I'm using it. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, Santos, when it comes to inner dialogue. Well, maybe I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about either. but we're going to learn something here, at least a little bit. We'll try. Is that okay? You guys with me? Grab your pen. Don't be a hen. By the way, if you got a golden pen, it's the golden pen of justice. I'm just kidding. Oh, what did the janitor say when he jumped out the closet? He said, supplies.
Supplies.
Anyways, I thought it was kind of funny. So she stays safe. Hi there. Welcome. So I got my strap on. Got a friend of mine. His name is Big Strapper. He's a truck driver. Oh man, I shouldn't even mention him. He's gone through so much. I've watched his life. Oh man, talk about trials and tribulations, man. Anyways, may God have mercy. So we're gonna get into this here, inner dialogue. We talked a little bit about inner dialogue, and let me read something before I go too far, and then I'll get Jim's corner here. And if you have a thought on the other side, please share, please care. We're only going to be here, so don't you just stare if you dare. All right. Let me find my where's my my notes, man. What in the world is going on here? Let me see. Did I lose my notes? Go ahead, Jim. You want to share something? We're talking about inner dialogue, and inner dialogue is not just self-talk. It's more than that, right? It has to do with thinking. It has to do with your whole being. But there's something about you as an individual. You've got a language. You're speaking very loud and clear to yourself. Is that impacting you in a good way, or is it impacting you in a bad way? Oh boy, where am I here? There we go. Podcast number 399. Your inner dialogue is the constant stream of thoughts in your mind. It can either uplift you or hold you back. Positive, or your inner dialogue is moving you. I believe that is what's actually moving you to take actions, to make decisions, to think things, to do certain goals, to say certain things. Am I making any sense here? Raymond said, Santos, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I'm trying to make some sense. Work with me here. Jim, you got some thoughts on that?
Yeah, I was thinking about the
Don't forget chair.
The speak that we have with ourselves. I feel that there's two conflicting views about life. I think there's the conflict of our needing to survive. I mean, physically survive in this world, and the struggle to, find peace within ourselves. Because it's like we're on one hand conditioned to do what needs to be done to be good survivors in this world, this society that we've created. A lot has to do with money. A lot has to do with respect from other people, how people look at us, right? The things that we have, right? And we look at ourselves. We have this inner dialogue about, do I have these things? Oh, I'm not doing well. And then the anxiety and the suffering and the anger and the frustration build because, I don't have these things, or, I'm not doing the right things. And then, the idea of accepting yourself and trying to find.
It's like, it's sometimes you may feel like you're in two worlds.
Right. I mean, it's like if you're homeless, let's say, can you find peace with yourself when you're homeless? I mean, I think there's a way to do it. Now, on the survival side, looks like you're not doing so well. The world says, "Oh, you're doing awful. You're really, really, not making much of yourself. Something's wrong with you, right? There's a big problem with your life, right?" So I think there's that conflict that we have, trying to fit into this world of being a good survivor, right? And then this other part of our life where we're trying to accept ourselves, accept who we are, right? All our faults, and be at peace with ourselves, And that inner dialogue, I think, there's a conflict right there. We're trying to go and develop ourselves, to be kind to ourselves, to be at peace, to go ahead and get away from suffering. But on the other hand, we look at, I got to go out and pay the bills. I got to go out and make sure that, I can go and still live in this house that I have. What is my family going to think of me? If I can't pay the bills, I'm letting them down. See, so, I mean, I think that inner dialogue is happening, and it seems like it's always conflicting. There's always a conflict right there, and it's a struggle.
It is a conflict, and that's part of our journey, is working with that conflict. It's like we're working with a cancer. We must learn how to work with that cancer. You must learn how to work with that cancer, if that makes sense. And it's with us all through life. All right. Let me read the proverb real quick for the day. And again, this is more of a prayer today here. 16, Isaiah 1:16. It says, wash. This is in the Old Testament of the King James Version Bible, by the way. Wash you, make you clean. Put away the evil of your doings. Put away the evil of your doings from before mine eyes. Cease to do evil. Learn to do well. Seek judgment. Relieve the oppressed. Judge the fatherless. Plead for the widow. God help us to be able to fulfill the royal law, because we're all missing the mark every single day. Shout out to Facebook. I don't know who's watching by way of Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. We miss the mark every single day. And again, our inner dialogue has a lot to do with our production, how we feel, and where we're going to a certain degree. Because ultimately, I believe the Bible, God is the ultimate guide. I believe God is the ultimate guide. And I believe that really God is wanting us I believe that God wants us to be closer to him, a relationship with him of some sort, whatever that relationship would be between you and God. That's what I feel when I read the Bible. Do I completely understand all of this? No, I feel like sometimes my inner, I live in two worlds sometimes. I feel like I live in two worlds. Maybe you can relate to that. Let me get to this. And if you have a question, by the way, Out of Time says I got my strap on. Make sure that if you're in the car, right, make sure that you got your seatbelt on. I should have said this earlier. Did I? Maybe I said it. You put your seatbelt on, click it or ticket, right? Turn down all distractions and make sure you're in there. All distractions are down. Push your lock in. We're going for a ride. There we go. Strap on. So positive inner dialogue fosters confidence, mental clarity, something that is so needed today. Mental clarity. Can anybody hear me here when I say about mental? What is mental? That's a whole nother 2 years or 5 years of subject right there. Mental clarity. Resilience. Negative self-talk, however, creates self-doubt and limits growth. Do you feel like you're growing at all? So becoming aware of your inner dialogue is the first step to transformation. Becoming aware. What does that mean? What does it mean to become aware of your inner dialogue, man? Do I got to turn myself into a mad scientist here? What do I have to do? What's the, what's the conclusion? What do I do? Record myself, make a lot of videos, VT, video therapy, like I talk about. Reading the scriptures, reading this is part of my inner dialogue. This is so we all have these little things that we do, these little rituals, if you will. The rituals, yeah, part of your inner dialogue. When you don't do those rituals, your inner dialogue it goes off like I almost fell in the bathtub the other day. It wasn't really that I lost my balance. I slipped. I shouldn't have. I should have had better posture when I got in there. Put it down. Makes sense? Or am I? What the hell are you talking about, Santos? Give me another riddle, man. No. Any thoughts out there? Any thoughts? Anybody? Jim?
Yeah, I think the reason why we need that awareness of that inner dialogue is, have clarity in our lives. We need to see clearly what's going on. Why are we thinking the way we're thinking? What's pushing us to our addictions? Why am I distracting myself with all these things, these thoughts, this negative self-talk, this idea in my mind that's running the tapes. I can't quit. I won't be able to quit. There's no way I can go and do this. You tried it before. You can't, right? You're just a bad person. All those things, you go and stop and it's like you stop and you think, become aware. It's like, my gosh, I'm really talking negatively. Where is this coming from? Why am I saying this? Do I have a choice? Do I have a choice in the way I talk to myself? I mean, do I have a choice? I mean, what is going to prevent this? Do I want this? Do I want to go and talk like this? Why do I have a tendency to talk negatively about myself, saying that I can't quit? Where's this coming from, right? Having that, that awareness brings the questions in, and the questions is going to go and help you start searching for the answers. And once you find the answers, right, you see, why, you can go out and start finding solutions. Right? I see, I'm distracting myself. The reason why I distract myself with all these kinds of things like my addictions is because I don't want to deal with my problems. And here are my problems. Oh, it came from childhood. Oh, it came from my relationships, right? And I never was able to go and deal with that. So I just buried it underneath all this gambling and alcohol, drugs, whatever, food, YouTube distractions, negative self-talk. Sometimes you can go and say that we're addicted to negative self-talk because it gives us that wonderful comfort of being a victim, not having any responsibility because, that's just who you are. And, you can't get through it. You can't get through it. So
Yeah.
clarity comes from, will come from that awareness.
Yeah, your inner dialogue is the constant stream. It's like it says that their thoughts in your mind. It's much more than that. It's emotion. It's condition also, because we condition our bodies. Our bodies have memory. Our blood has memory. Our muscles have memory. I think that if we took our thoughts away, our body would be like a mind of its own. The body would want to continue doing those things that it has been programmed to do. It can either uplift you or hold you back. Hold you back from what? What's it going to hold you back from? What could your inner dialogue be holding you back from right now? Maybe you weren't even aware. Positive inner dialogue fosters confidence, mental clarity, and resilience. Resilience is something that we need. We've always needed. We have it. It's just a matter of building it and reminding ourselves, because like I say all the time, your good life is going to come out of a good series of good, constant, positive reminders. I'm going to say that again. Your good life is going to come out of a good series of good, constant, positive reminders. And it is your duty and obligation to find those avenues. It is your duty and obligation to find those avenues, those electronics, those digital services, those technologies, what have you, for yourself to improve your inner dialogue. Why would you want positive reminders, right? Your good life is going to come out of a good series of good, positive reminders. Why would you want positive reminders for? Change your inner dialogue, becoming aware of your inner dialogue. Oh, okay, Santos, I'm beginning to understand a little bit that it's not just my talk, my self-talk, right? But it is about my self-talk. It is about your self-talk. It's about your positive talk and it's about your negative talk, but it's also about the influence that you're allowing. Where's that influence coming from?
Santos, it can get so twisted, this inner dialogue. I mean, you can, subconsciously you can say, you know what, I actually have a lot of power speaking to myself negatively, because I have the power to prevent the chance of disappointment happening in my life. And that voice in the back of your mind, oh, you're going to go ahead and be so pained, so devastated from failing, just speak negatively to yourself. Believe that you can't accomplish anything. Believe that you can't kick this addiction, because you know what? I'm protecting you from the disappointment. That's twisted, man. But we got to go ahead and kind of you got to go ahead and pull back the onion, the layers of the onion, and see, you know what? Is this the reason why I'm thinking this? It's sick. It can be twisted. It's really oh my gosh, it's a form of protection, right? But is that protection healthy for you to go ahead and get out of, the situation that you're in? I mean, yeah, I mean, and I think that's the reason why, you talk about prayer. A lot of people talk about meditation. I mean, I think that's very important to go ahead and start peeling back the onions of what's going on in your life. You talk about journaling, right? Quietly, away from distractions, and, finding out, what's going on in between our ears, right? What is this inner dialogue, all about? What's underneath the surface of all this inner dialogue, this negative inner dialogue that's preventing me from changing?
And you know what? I truly believe this. I'm going to say this again. There's some large numbers here showing up on the feed, which is great. I really appreciate that. Thank you for those of you that are watching Facebook, LinkedIn. If you're not subscribed, this is hope. This is help. Digital for the gambler who wants to quit. And you don't have to be a gamer to be a part of this community. There's also support via the Soldiers of Self-Mastery community. So there's hope, there's help, digital, videos, programming like this. Actually, this is a live program. And then we have support for you. So I'm going to ask you guys, if you feel that support, make sure that you support this mission. Please support this mission. And we're making some great changes. We've got a lot going on for the new year. Again, more videos. We're just trying to do some different things to reach out those of you that are, first of all, you're benefiting from this program. And those of you that need to be benefited or need to be. So we're trying to reach out further. Obviously, I'm trying to grow the channel as much as possible. I need your support. $5 or more, a subscription, a comment, a like. And for $5, what do you, Santos? I'm going to give you $5, $6 to support your mission. What do I get? Well, I'm going to give you a free quick guide I'm going to send you a free downloadable PDF quick guide if you want it. It's going to be a support guide for you. And I'm also going to give you a strat session with me, 45 minutes. You can Skype me right there below. I put it all over the place. You can't miss it. 45 minutes, brainstorm. Could you use a brainstorm partner for about an hour on a project that you're drowning in? Could you use a partner for about 45 minutes to, what do you mean? What is that? Brainstorm, man. That's what you put two positive heads together and you create an environment to develop something. And again, you're supporting others. When you support others, when you give of yourself, of your time, and of your money, it's going to come back to you also. It's going to support you. It's going to help you in some way. So it's a win-win-win for all of us. Thank you, by the way. Somebody, I don't know who it was that donated here, contributed there. Was it out of time? Somebody, there you go. Thank you. I just say, hey, $5 or more. If you can do $5, if you can't do $5, that's great. If you can do more, great. It supports the mission. And I'm gonna put this everything that comes in through YouTube, we're putting it into a fund so that we can do things, pay people, whatever I got to do, and keep the program. Also, we got to look for a streaming platform. I don't know if we're going to pay $500 for the year for a streaming platform, which is the one we're on right now. $500 a year, unless I can get something a lot better. So I need help. I need support too. With that said, let's get back into inner dialogue. I don't want to be too down here. Hey, another joke, by the way. What do you call fake spaghetti? This one's good for Jim. What do you call fake spaghetti? Let's see if we can get into that in a minute here. And we're going to talk about how to improve your inner dialogue here as we begin to wind down the program. We're just going to be here another 15, 20 minutes or so, possibly. We're going to talk about how to improve your inner dialogue. All right. So thank you. It's time to start kicking ass. Jim.
Yeah,
any answers about the?
I have to believe that introspection is painful. I think it's painful if you are addicted to something, right? Like gambling. If you have a problem, it's all about our mental health, right? And I believe, one of the ways that we go ahead and deal with our mental illness, if you're addicted, severely addicted to gambling, we have something going on. It's an illness, right? And if you do some introspection, it's painful because you have to go ahead and start looking at your life. You have to go ahead and start dealing with how you see yourself, why you see yourself the way you do. You have to go ahead and, ask yourself, where did this all come from? Our mind loves to go ahead and connect things to what could have been. It's like regret, all sorts of things to go ahead and bring you down and make you feel awful. And yeah, I think when you're trying to go ahead and go through the task of introspection, this inner dialogue, addressing what's going on, how are you talking to yourself, you have to go ahead and deal with some pain, and that's the price they have to go and pay if you want to go and have change, right? And it will get better. It will get better because if you can go ahead and stick through, your journaling, your meditation, your prayers, right? Being kind to yourself, and connecting yourself with good people who support you. You can get through it, right? But yes, it's going to be painful. There's no way around it. Anything that's good, is going to go and take effort.
Yeah, it's going to take effort. It's going to take, it's going to take inspiration and motivation. And when you have the right environment and possibly the right people, that's going to make the difference. It's going to give you the edge. Is there a virtual gambling anonymous group? There are many Taste Twist Industry. There are many gambling anonymous groups online. You can chat GPT, you can go on Yahoo, Bing, Google, and you can locate if you're looking for an anonymous group. Our meetings, these meetings are open air meetings. How did they come about this way? It came about this way. I guess maybe I had to come out of the closet myself at one point. Maybe that's why this meeting is the way it is. Now, when I do a strategy session or a coaching session, obviously that's one-on-one. That is personal. There's, that's private information between two parties. Hopefully that answers your question. And we're going to be getting back into what we're speaking about here, what Jim is sharing. Yes, this is a very somber episode. I think every episode is somber. But you got to add a little bit of spice to it, make it fun. We don't have to make, we can make this year difficult. You can make this year very difficult if you want to, or you can make it more difficult, right, than it should be. It's going to be difficult, folks. That's the truth. You're going to have a difficult year. That's a prophecy. Mark my words, 100%. You're going to have a difficult year. It's what you do, your mindset, and how you handle all of that. Now, let me get back to the spaghetti. I don't think Jim eats a lot of spaghetti, but I'll mention this anyways. What was it? What do you call fake spaghetti? You call it an impasta.
An impasta. Right.
Hey, there you go.
Impasta.
Break up some monotony in this. We've had quite a few numbers here. Thank you for watching. I appreciate those and appreciate the questions. Jim West says, evening, Santos and Jim. Did you get my email? I believe I did get your email. Yes, I did look at that. And I've looked at that in the past. We had something like that on my website. I spent money on it. I remember I spent a lot of money on phone programs and stuff like that when Cephas was working with me. So we've tried that, but this is another thing. So my thing is Skype is free. You can Skype, you can Zoom for an hour. There's no money involved. It's very simple. You just get a Skype account, or if you don't have one, it's very simple. Skype name, boom. You set up a session, easy to communicate. That's one of the fastest ways to get a hold of me. And we can do, 45-minute sessions. For right now, I feel that would be beneficial. There's just time factor involved. There's no money really involved unless you're paying for Wi-Fi and of course your phone plan. So yeah, there's always money involved in these things. So thank you for the idea. I did. Soccer watching you on TV, he says. Right on. Or you can just you don't have to stare at a video. Sometimes I'll binge watch videos. I'll just put the video on. It's a video, but I'll lay it down or I'll put it in the background and I'll let it play. And I'll let it play. I don't have to sit there and watch a video. And I can go through an hour video listening to it in the background. I'm still getting the video. Every once in a while, I may watch 30 minutes of the video or watch the whole video. If you want the whole enchilada, you got to eat the whole enchilada. If you watch I make 3-minute videos, 4-minute videos. If you watch a 4-minute video of mine, you watch it for a minute and a half, 2 minutes, you're not going to get the blessing out of it. You're not. You're going to get something, but you're not going to get the blessing. Watch 3 minutes of it and then see what happens after you watch that video. You might be inspired to watch it again. And it might give you an idea to share it with somebody or put it somewhere, right? Hey, let me share this video. Let me put it somewhere. Help Santos out, help so-and-so across, benefit the whole mission. People help me out financially. I help them out in some way, right? Maybe you don't help me out financially, but you help me out in another way. I return the favor. I'm giving you back. We work together, allies. That's that's just working. That's collaborating. That's what it is. Plain and simple. I put it out there. I asked for donations. If I didn't need donations, I wouldn't ask for any. Any. Believe me. I've had people say, "Oh, it's not this." I don't care. I don't care. I really don't care what people think. I'll ask, and if people give, they give. If people don't give, that's fine, right? That's the same thing I do. People ask me, I give. I give. And sometimes I say no. I don't want to give. Yeah, I don't feel too good sometimes about saying no, but it's empowering. You know what I mean? When you say no, and I'm not talking about KNOW, even though that's empowering too, right? To know, to be in the know about no. Anyways, not a play on words, just some good thoughts there. So yeah, we're coming down to the close. We've got how to improve inner dialogue. I'm going to get into some thoughts real quick here. Let me see. Any questions? Barry Robb says we understand. Good, because sometimes I don't understand, so I need help myself. I wonder when the other shoe will drop. I lost so much money. Well, we're going to work on that. We're partnering up, and what are we doing? Something special for episode? I don't know. Maybe Jim will have a super quantum mind leaping idea that'll help us. Maybe that would be the special episode of 400.
Yeah.
Maybe that, or
maybe we can have like everyone send in some questions who are regular
or how
and address them.
Yeah, there we go. We can have just like really just an open buffet, and at the same time, people can send in donations. In fact, I'm going to request that people would send in at least a minimum of $2. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. Some people got frowns there. No, let me get into this, but we'll do something. That's going to be, let me see, episode number. That's going to be almost at the end of this month here. Well, not the end of the month, middle of the month. Okay, it all starts with a thought, a good or bad. I mean, we are not zombies. Yes. Well, we're not zombies, but yet we may be walking around like a zombie. Sometimes you're just existing. You're moving around. You're not even thinking about people. You're not thinking about what you're doing. You're not thinking about the experience. You're just... So, in a sense, yeah, you can be a zombie. There are zombies among us. There are young people that have been brainwashed and they're just existing. There's older people that are brainwashed that are existing. I've met some of them. It's a horrible experience when you meet somebody that's like a zombie. And I know because I was like one. For many years, I wandered, just existed. All right, how to improve your inner dialogue. Number one, notice your thoughts. Think about what you're thinking right now. Think about what you're thinking right now. Don't think about a pink elephant. Whatever you do, don't think about a pink elephant. Think about that fly on the wall. I'm just kidding. Notice your thoughts. Pay attention to your self-talk. What does that mean, Jim? Pay attention to your self-talk. Well, pay attention to everything that comes negative out of your mouth. Is that what that means? Or does it mean much, much more? Does it go on a deeper level? Is it talking about your mornings when you get up? Is it talking about at nighttime when you're sitting in traffic and you just got rear-ended? How's your dialogue right there? Oh man, just got rear-ended. Oh. Let me get out. Anyways. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. We have a lot of tools. We know what to do. We know what to go ahead and we know how to solve, I guess, addiction. The question is, do we have the discipline and the reason why? Do we have that desire? Do we have like the confidence in ourselves to go out and do those necessary things? I mean, do we have the discipline? Do we have the discipline? I mean, you're talking about the negative self-talk. It's like, yeah, I know I should. I really shouldn't go to the casino. I really shouldn't go to the casino. But yeah, I I think I'll go. The inner dialogue is, why are you changing your mind? Why do you say, why are you going? Why? You know, that you're not supposed to be going. You know, you're not, but why are you going? And you have to go ahead and really dig your heels in and start answering those questions to yourself. And I tell you, when you talked about this before, you talked about
Uh-oh. He froze up on us again.
addicted.
And we're almost running out of time.
We are addicted, depending upon ourselves to keep ourselves accountable. It's tough. It's really tough.
Tough by yourself.
Tough by yourself.
Yeah.
And maybe you
By
don't
yourself
want
is very tough. And that's
to admit it.
it's tough by yourself, and it is also tough with others. Yet with others, it gives you a little bit more of an edge, especially if those others are trustworthy. You know what I mean? Community.
Right. Put yourself in the right places with the right people. I think structure is very important in our lives. You do need to have a certain amount of discipline to, have that structure. Whether it be people around you, right? People holding you accountable, groups like this to go to every Wednesday, every Sunday. That's structure, right? Commenting, always making sure that you comment here in the chat. That's a discipline. That's a routine. Building positive routines, I think, put the odds in your favor. But it goes back to the idea of, how are you talking to yourself? You know that you're supposed to be going to this show on Sundays. Well, why aren't you? You know that you should be, journaling. You should be doing this, but why aren't you? You're asking yourself. And then you go out and say, well, I'm just a loser. I can't do anything right. I failed so many times, I think it's pointless. Why are you saying that? Why are you talking to yourself like that? Do you really believe that? Do you really believe that? See that inner conversation, right? That inner dialogue, you're starting to go ahead and question this stuff, and you have to go and ask yourself, is this acceptable? Is this talk, what I'm saying to myself, acceptable? Is this good for me? Is this the direction where I want to go? Right? How is it beneficial for me to go out and constantly talk negatively about myself, saying that I can't get out of this habit? There's no hope for me. It's too hard. I can't do it. There's too many obstacles. Right? Now you're thinking to yourself, right? I'm thinking these thoughts. Right? Is this beneficial? Do I want it? Do I have to accept these thoughts? And then you say,
Accept, yeah. Do I have to accept it? You don't have to accept. The thing is that we live in two worlds sometimes. But becoming aware of your inner dialogue is the first step to transformation. Becoming aware, desiring, hoping. Man, I wonder, maybe I visited the greatest show on earth with Jim and Santos, man, for the first time. Is it possible that maybe if I watched it again, it might help me? Possibly, maybe. Yeah. Notice your thoughts. Pay attention to your self-talk patterns without judgment. Pay attention to your self-talk patterns without judgment. You're just listening to yourself. You're listening to others. Why waste your time with others that are not really supporting you and your mission? Why waste your time flipping or surfing? I was reading in one of the comments about, I believe it might have been Keith. I've done it many times. web watching, surfing on the phone for hours and just playing around, wasting time. Reframe negativity. Replace limiting thoughts like I can't with empowering ones like I'm learning and growing. Use affirmations and gratitude. Daily affirmations and gratitude practices rewire your brain for positivity. We know and we understand that the brain is pliable. It has plasticity. It's called neuroplasticity. We can learn. There's ways to learn fast too, by the way. You want to learn something fast, there's ways to do it if you want to do it. If you want. Don't bust my chops now. You got to go out there and look for it. Santos, can you tell me? No, I'm not going to tell you how to do it. You got to learn. Use affirmations and gratitude daily. Well, that'll be on another podcast. Psych. Use affirmations and gratitude. Daily affirmations and gratitude practices rewire your brain for positivity. Okay. Practice mindfulness. Jim mentioned this earlier. The word mindfulness, right? Meditation, thinking. Just you got a video on. Maybe you're listening to my voice and you're not watching this video face to face. That's fine, but you got me on in the background, right? You're listening. You got something positive on in the background, something that you know is healthy. This program, I'll admit, is healthy. It's healthy for you. It's healthy for me. And you got a thought here, Jim? I got a minute here. Practice mindfulness techniques like deep breathing or meditation, journaling, meditation upon programs. Like I said earlier, listening to a video and help you observe thoughts without letting them control you. And that's the key. Santos, can I control my thoughts? Can I control my emotions? You can control your thoughts. You can control your emotions. You can control your behavior. You can't do it 100%. Anybody that tells you that you can do it 100% is lying to you. That's a false prophet. You might be able to do it 97% of the time, maybe 96% of the time. Am I back? Can you guys hear me? Yes, good.
Yes, Santos.
Okay. All right. Let me go back. We're almost done with the berry. Oh, look at that berry. The muscle challenge. Thank you for the super sticker, I believe. Thank you. I appreciate that. You can defeat regular day-to-day gambling. What does it say here? You can defeat regular day-to-day gambling, but you will get tested. Maybe a tragedy or a large amount of cash comes to you doing regular things. This helps build up that second line of defense. And let me say something here, too, before I go off, because, we're talking about your inner dialogue. Listen, if you're the type of person that's going to gamble, eventually, you know. Let me give you a piece of advice. Get smart. I'm going to tell you not to do it. But if you're going to continue to do it, you better get smart about how you do it. Because if you don't, it's going to outsmart you big time. Big time. So that would be my advice. I mean, I can't control people. I can't tell you to. I would tell you don't do it. But I can't tell you, right? You're not going to listen. If I tell you don't gamble no more. Don't, send your money to the Soldiers of Self-Mastery mission. You're not going to listen to me. You're going to do exactly what it is that you're going to do. But get smart about it. Figure out a way. You're smarter. By the way, if you see what it says, you are bigger right up here. See it right there? You're bigger than what? What are you bigger than? You fill in the blank. You're bigger than that. You just don't see it. Sometimes I don't see it either, Jim. And maybe, Jim, you don't see it either sometimes. So we have to continually work. like you said, it's a process. And sometimes, yeah, it could be a little painful. I think it's less painful when you have support and people that you know that are, man, they're in the same boat. I don't have to compare myself to Sand. I don't have to because he's going through the same shit too. We're all in, but we're going to get better little by little. Somehow, God's grace will bring us through this. I don't know. But as long as I got breath, I guess I can do what I'm doing. And Jim's with us. As long as he's with us. Hey, Raymond. Oh, man, this is the dialogue. Inner dialogue, man. Remember you said, Santos, what the hell are you talking about? I don't know. No, he didn't say hell. He said, so we've been digging into this. We might have to go further next episode, maybe. No. Next episode, I think, is going to be Jim's Corner. All right. We're almost done here, folks. Jim's got some thoughts. But here's a call to action. Start today. Choose one practice. Whether it's affirmations, whether it's exercise, whether it's journaling, whether it's mindfulness, commit to it daily. Small steps, one step. And even the fact that you were here tonight, I congratulate you. Thank you for being here. That is a small step forward, a great step in progress. Small step forward, a great step in progress. Every little bit. Every little bit. Even when, you're doing your workouts, that little bit where you feel the muscle burn. Oh, okay. That's my last one. Jim?
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah. Uh-oh, froze again. I thought it was me.
Yeah, so congratulations to Jim West. 4 years of being gambling free. Inspiration to many people watching this show. I just want to go ahead and talk about the barriers that we go ahead and build for ourselves are all between our ears. There's an invisible line that we imagine in our mind that is basically impenetrable because we're creating it. Our imagination is creating it. Just think about it, getting up in early to go to work. I don't want to get up, well, you can get up, right? But there's something going on in your mind that's preventing you. That's an invisible barrier that you're concocting in your mind. And it's amazing if you just choose. I'm just going to go ahead and do. I'm just going to go ahead and keep driving. I'm not going to get off of the exit to the casino. Right? Like there's a barrier. Oh, I gotta go. You don't have to go, right? There's that invisible barrier, right? That you can break through. You talk about breaking through, Santos. I remember that. What's your breakthrough, right? Breakthrough up here, right? Smashing through those walls that you build up in your mind, saying that you can't do this. It's impossible. I'm not going to be successful. I'm going to disappoint myself. All those things are just being concocted in our mind, creating this barrier, but we can break through it. We can just step right over it, right? If we choose to. And that's powerful, I think. I think it's powerful that, the only barrier that's in our life is in between our ears.
Majority
so, well, that's the case, hey, I can break through it.
And the power of no. Well, I made a video on the power of no. I don't know if I'll release it. Make a video on the power of yes. So there it is, folks. By the way, we'll do one more joke here. We'll do our call to action here. So basically, the call to action was just choose one practice. One, whether it's affirmations, whether it's exercise, whether it's journaling, whether it's mindfulness, and commit to it daily. That's really it. Just commit to it daily. Be concerned about next week or the week. No, today, tomorrow. By the way, why did the bicycle fall over, Jim? This one's a good one for Jim. Why did the bicycle fall over, Jim? And we're going to
Because
be ending the broadcast here. Huh?
they didn't have a kickstand.
Did we share a passage? It didn't have a kickstand, huh? Well, that would be it too. But no, it was the bicycle fell over because it was too tired.
Too tired. Too tired. Too
Yeah,
tired.
it was too
Bye.
tired.
Too tired.
So, with that said, folks, thank you. Wow, there's been quite a few numbers here. Again, I appreciate your support here, your donations, and your donations are tax deductible, by the way. If you need it to be a tax deductible, all you got to do is let me know. I have a free quick guide for you, absolutely free. You can donate for $1 or $2. I'll send it to you right to your inbox, PDF. All you got to do is write me, Santos, send me the quick guide. Very simple to use. I believe it's a very good quick guide. It's a support guide. We have the book available. We have a Skype session available, $5, $6 or more, 45-minute brainstorming session. You figure out the topic, and then we can just dig into that and see what is it that you need? Where are you lacking? What and then you build from there. You go from there. You take it from there. Whatever it is you can take out of that 45-minute session. I'm curious to see what can happen because ideas are born, out of environments. Great things can happen. Great things can happen. Great things will happen. So with that said, I'll see you guys on Sunday. Thank you again, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. Shout out to Jim all the way in Tucson. Those of you that are still watching there. One last question. We've got 57 minutes here. Last question, anybody? Mark says, I like that, Santos. Thank you. Those of you that contributed tonight, thank you again. We're building for the new year here to see what we can do. Ideas, support, time, and talent too. You can do something better than I can. Mark, out of time. Barry, Jim West. Wow, it's been a while. Raymond, thank you for hanging out. Barry, thank you for your donation there. Laura was with us. Thank you for being. Mark, City by the Bay, Legacy Mindset. And then there was Taste Twist Industry. Hopefully we got something for you to walk away with. And who else? There was Keith. She stays safe. And those of you that were watching by way of Facebook. So until my next, I'll see you at the top. Will I see you at the top? Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Let's do this. Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Santos. You have a good week. See you on Wednesday.
Yeah. We'll work on this inner dialogue, man.
Take care.
All right, folks. Bye now, everyone. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. This means a lot to me. Hopefully you got something. Thank you, Jim and Santos. All right, guys.